This is Guru Focus First Look, your morning market brief for Monday, August 3rd. Here are the stories driving markets today. The United States and Japan confirmed a joint intervention to buy Japanese yen after the currency dropped to a 40-year low, signaling their readiness for further coordinated action to stabilize global currency markets. The move comes as the yen's weakness raised concerns about financial stability and prompted direct involvement from both governments. Officials indicated that further interventions remain on the table if volatility persists.
Turning now to the broader markets. U.S. stock futures rose sharply overnight, with Dow futures up 400 points, following President Trump's decision to call off a planned military strike on Iran. This development led to a retreat in oil prices and contributed to a steadier tone across global equity markets. The easing of geopolitical tensions was further supported by OPEC+ announcing new measures to adjust oil output.
Another story we're watching is Apple CEO Tim Cook's warning on memory chip pricing during his final earnings call. Cook described the current situation as a 100-year flood, citing severe supply constraints that are impacting Apple's outlook. The company is closely monitoring the memory chip market as shortages continue to disrupt production and pricing. Meanwhile, Alibaba shares surged after the company unveiled Qwen 3.8 Max, its most advanced artificial intelligence model to date. The launch intensified competition with both U.S. and Chinese tech rivals in the AI sector, sending Alibaba's stock higher in pre-market trading.
Now, let's turn to the semiconductor sector, where a broad sell-off has created a mixed outlook for investors. While some analysts see select buying opportunities, others urge caution due to ongoing volatility and uncertainty in the chip industry. The sector remains under pressure as investors weigh supply chain risks and fluctuating demand. Also making news today, the Situational Awareness Hedge Fund, once valued at $45 billion, suffered major losses in a rapid AI stock rout. The fund lost most of its assets, highlighting the risks associated with concentrated AI-driven investment strategies.
Turning to corporate news, AstraZeneca shares fell after reports of merger discussions with Bristol Myers Squibb. The talks have left analysts and investors uncertain about the strategic rationale and potential outcomes of a deal between the two pharmaceutical giants. On the regulatory front, the European Union's AI Act has taken effect, requiring companies to disclose when users interact with AI-generated or edited content. The new rules impact firms such as Anthropic and OpenAI and mark a significant step in global AI transparency requirements. Meanwhile, Trump Media and Technology Group launched a paid API service granting clients faster access to President Trump's Truth Social posts. The move has drawn scrutiny over its implications for market fairness and information access.
In labor news, WestJet canceled over 300 flights as flight attendants went on strike, disrupting Canadian air travel. However, a tentative deal was reached to end the labor dispute, which is expected to ease travel disruptions across Canada. Elsewhere, Federal Reserve Chair Kevin Warsh faces a credibility test as he works to demonstrate the central bank's independence from the White House. Concerns have been raised about the Federal Reserve's policy direction and its ability to maintain market confidence. Finally, investors are looking ahead to the July U.S. jobs report and SpaceX earnings as key market drivers this week, alongside ongoing challenges in the artificial intelligence sector. That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thanks for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.